Hi, my name is Brett Waller and this is a presentation on improving Albuquerque's water conservation. The purpose of this presentation is to convince City Council and the Water Utility Authority to create more restrictions to better regulate the use of fresh water. The City of Albuquerque has already implemented many programs to reduce our community's use of fresh water. However, this remains to be a serious issue for various reasons. Just so you know what to expect, here's an overview of the presentation. First, I will briefly go over water scarcity and discuss why it is such an important area of concern for our community. Then we'll take a look at what is currently being done to conserve the amount of fresh water that is used by our city. We will also go over the main aspects of the Water Utility Authority's current conservation plan. After that, I will present what my company believes would yield the greatest results in our community's effort to reduce the use of fresh water. I will also present a cost-benefit analysis of implementing this proposal. Water scarcity. Fresh water is an extremely valuable resource that our community is learning to appreciate. It makes up about 2.5% of all water found here on Earth, and about 70% of all fresh water on Earth is located in glaciers and ice caps. This only leaves about 30% as accessible fresh water, and most of it is located underground. An aquifer is like an underground storage unit for water, and Albuquerque just happens to be located on top of one. It served as Albuquerque's primary source of fresh water for many years, and there was no problem with that up until 1994, when a U.S. Geological Service survey revealed that Albuquerque's aquifer is only half as large as it was originally thought to be. It was also discovered that it was being pumped twice as fast as it took to replenish its supply. This discovery brought to light the severity of our problem. There are two main factors that continue to have a major impact on Albuquerque's conservation of water. New Mexico as a whole has experienced about 4 years of continuously moderate to severe drought. Even though we live in an arid, high desert climate, this data is related to average precipitation. On top of all this, Albuquerque's population growth continues to accelerate. Here is a chart showing a relation between Albuquerque's population and the amount of water that is being pumped from the aquifer. Notice that despite the continual growth in population, our groundwater withdrawals began to decline during the 1990s. How has this been accomplished? Much of this can be contributed to Albuquerque's Water Utility Authority and their conservation programs. Their goal was to decrease Albuquerque's water usage to 150 gallons per capita per day by 2014. This goal was reached 3 years early in 2011. In this case, there is only one negative aspect of meeting such a goal ahead of time. The Water Authority experienced revenue shortfalls which resulted in rate increases for customers. Even though less water is being used, the cost of operations and maintenance remains steady. The Water Authority continually reaches out to the community by means of education. Free field trips to the Rio Grande are offered to all of Albuquerque Public Schools 4th grade classes. The Water Utility Authority even provides a bus service for these field trips. There are also classes that are open to the public and focus on efficient landscape irrigation and xeriscaping. The Water Authority currently employs a rebate program for customers who invest in a variety of products that helps conserve water. These include high-efficiency shower heads, toilets, and washing machines, hot water recirculation systems, multi-setting sprinkler timers, and many other products. There are also a number of rebates for xeriscaping projects and landscape modification. Most of these rebates are deducted from the account's water bill. The wastewater reclamation program takes Albuquerque's sewer water, cleans it, disinfects it, and either deposits it back into the Rio Grande or sends it to the reuse facility. The reuse program involves the use of non-potable water to irrigate parks and recreational fields throughout Albuquerque. This is done so that valuable drinking water is not wasted in the process of watering these large areas, some of which include Balloon Fiesta Park and the Arroyo del Oso golf course. Untreated surface water from the Rio Grande and treated wastewater from the reclamation facility provide the non-potable water for this program. Along with the conservation efforts of the Water Utility Authority, the San Juan Chama Drinking Water Project has saved our aquifer and our city's future. Here's how it works. Surface water is drawn from the San Juan River, which is part of the Colorado River Basin. This water crosses through the Continental Divide with the help of a major diversion and 26 miles of tunnels. The water makes its way to Rio Chama and then finally to the Rio Grande. In order to convert this water into potable drinking water, the Water Authority needed to construct a surface water treatment plant with an adjustable dam to divert water from the Rio Grande. This project was completed in 2008 and cost about $400 million. Some of the funding for this project was observed by a dramatic rate increase for customers. The Office of the State Engineer set forth conditions for this use of San Juan Chama water. They require that Albuquerque reduce its water use to 155 gallons per capita per day by 2024. This goal was surpassed in 2011, and the Water Authority has made a new goal of 135 gallons per capita per day by 2024. With the help of this program, the aquifer is no longer our primary source of fresh water. The amount of water being pumped from the aquifer is continually decreasing, and we have even begun to help nature replenish it. Replenishing the aquifer is being done by direct injection and by using natural recharge zones like the Bear Canyon Arroyo. There are many reasons behind replenishing the aquifer. The most important is that our city will use it as a backup for water supply in great times of need. Here's the Water Authority's projection for Albuquerque's water usage. Their goal is to reach 135 gallons per capita per day by 2024. This is not a very ambitious goal, considering Albuquerque's past reductions in usage and our ability to surpass previous goals. The Water Authority's current conservation plan includes the following goals and programs. Test Your Toilet Month is a proposed idea where 1 month out of the year will be promoted for customers to check their toilets for leaks. This is a quick and easy process. All that's needed is some spare time and leak detection tablets. The Water Authority is also trying to expand education and raise the awareness of water scarcity and the need for freshwater conservation. The rebate program would give customers a chance to donate anywhere from 10 to 100% of their rebate to the Water Authority's conservation efforts. The customer would be able to choose from a number of conservation programs as to where their money would go, some of which would include the Living River Fund, habitat restoration projects, irrigation efficiency projects, agricultural efficiency projects, and regional education programs. Another proposition focuses on updating building codes to benefit conservation without being financially burdensome to new development. The Water Authority is currently updating its metering system by replacing existing meters with advanced meter infrastructure. This will make the metering system more accurate and leaks will be detectable quicker. This new system will also allow customers to monitor their own water usage in real time. Another concern of the Water Authority is to update the metering of multifamily residences. This includes places like duplexes and apartments. The idea is to have a separate meter for each family unit. This will allow leaks and excessive usage to be easily detectable. The Water Authority also plans to make minor updates to their current incentive rebate programs. These updates primarily deal with the price of the rebates. However, the toilet rebate has been made easier to obtain for those who install their own toilets. Speaking of toilets, they just happen to be the primary source of unnecessary indoor water usage. Toilets account for nearly 30% of the average home's indoor water consumption. Old and inefficient toilets can use up to 6 gallons per flush. The federal standard is currently 1.6 gallons per flush, and high-efficiency toilets use less than 1.28 gallons per flush. Some toilet leaks often go unnoticed. If the tank is leaking, there isn't a clear indicator that the toilet is wasting water. This is why the use of dye tablets is an important part of the toilet leak detection. Here's a quick look at what I think should be done to aid Albuquerque's conservation of water and further decrease our usage to surpass the Water Authority's goal once again. The Water Authority already places great emphasis on education. Their main focus is on primary schools, and that's why the field trips are offered to APS 4th grade classes that come at little to no cost for the schools. The only part of the field trip that is not provided by the Water Authority is food and water. This is a great program that every APS primary school should take advantage of. So what else can be done? We can increase the awareness of this program. The Water Authority should make efforts to reach out to each eligible school and seek out an employee as a representative for that particular school. This way, more classes can participate in the program and each school will stay in the loop regarding updates to the program and new learning opportunities. The Water Authority does not need additional funding for this program in particular. However, efforts are being made to expand education to a regional scope. When the rebate donation program takes effect, customers will have the option to donate a portion of their rebate towards this cause. Here is a historical distribution of Albuquerque's water usage. The different sections represent the various types of customer accounts. All of Albuquerque's residential accounts are comprised of the single-family portion and the multifamily portion of this graph. Notice how single-family homes are the greatest contributor to Albuquerque's water consumption. What else can be done to help conserve water for generations to come? Here's a couple more ideas. Customers should be assigned to rate categories that are dependent on how many people are living in the home. When people conserve water and decrease their usage more than is expected, the Water Authority experiences revenue shortfalls and consequently raises the rates. With an implementation of quantitative per capita rate categories, those who use more water will be charged more for each unit of water used. This system would encourage people to not use excessive amounts of water and would further incentivize people to hastily fix leaks. These rate categories would also decrease the frequency in which the Water Authority increases the rates for all customers. Every residential customer should also be required to have a water audit performed on their home and/or complex. This would increase the customer's awareness of their water usage and minimize the amount of water that is going to waste. Single-family homes and duplexes would need to meet this requirement every 2 years. Other multifamily homes, such as apartment complexes, would need to meet this requirement every 3 years. This would fall into the hands of the complex managers. If those responsible for the residents' water account fail to meet these requirements, their rates will increase. These improvements to our current water conservation plan are fully self-supportive and supply great benefits. First of all, they would help further decrease Albuquerque's per capita water usage. They would also increase the public awareness of water conservation and their own use and/or waste of water. The Water Authority already provides free water audits, therefore no funding is necessary to make these improvements. Any costs incurred by implementing these improvements would be funded by the improvements themselves because they provide a direct financial benefit to the Water Authority in their conservational efforts.